Hello and welcome back to Dragon's Dogma. Last time we finished up some missions around Cassardus. Now we're moving back to Grand Sorin. We stop off at Madeline's shop.
I pride myself on many things. Among them is a fine memory. And I recall hearing your oath to visit my new shop in the capital. You remember too, eh? In truth, I have suspected you to renege, and yet here you stand in the flesh. So, well, welcome to Madeline's shop. You'll find naught but the finest wares here.
Now that we've got that out of the way, we're going to handle the Fornival mission, the eviction or sparing of the family. And here we find Pip hiding one last time. Now we've got to catch him. However, if we harm him at any time, we end up thrown in the dungeon, so... Can't handle it like the thief mission. Very easy, though.
You don't give up, do you? And I was taught that Arisen were friends of the weak. Oh, what does it matter? Even I can, and any who cross Fornival find work hard to come by. And Father isn't like to stand against one so powerful. What choice do we have? Well, so be it. I dare say I won't miss that pigsty of a home besides. Now, if there's nothing else, pray leave me be.
Now, I accidentally messed this up.
What good have Arisen if not to help small folks such as us?
Yeah. And I accidentally evicted them on this file, but I show us the alternate sparing on my
Who
other
among
file.
you has seen the...
So. The vote was
Yes,
so close
how may
that
I aid you, sir?
we do both.
Aye, we pay tariff on Fornival's land. Oh, wants us gone, does he? I wager it's not so simple a proposition as all that. I know Fornival's the law on his side, but I'm loath to simply up and go at his command. Beg pardon, sir. I'd not known my wife and child consented. Well then, if my family has no objections, yet one problem remains. Without funding, we've no way to secure new lodging, nor to live. Might you aid us, sir? I know it madness to ask such of the Arisen, yet I've nowhere else to turn. That it comes to this shames me beyond measure, but I pray you, show us mercy. If you cannot aid us in this, sir, then we've no choice but to remain. I'll not abandon the land, only to see my family perish from the elements. No doubt you were filled with fear and awe.
Yeah, see, that's my problem. If you want to spare them, you need to
We'll need
have
to secure new lodging with
spoken
all speed.
to all
Can
three.
you spare us any coin, sir, that we might not starve in the meantime?
but not have the wife
As
and
my
son
family
consent.
consents and expenses are covered, I've no cause to gainsay the decision. Fie on Fornival for this. Someday he'll face the Maker and be made to stand for a host of ills. He can purchase the land we trod, but I'll be hung and damned before I give him favor. No doubt you were filled with fear and awe, with trepidation, with despair. These have been the hard days, but your kindness kept the worst at bay. Are the rich truly so vain that the plight of common folk means naught to them? And why? Because mankind e'er fears that which it does
Yeah, so
not
the way to
hurt.
spare them is to speak to all three of them, but don't get the consent from the wife and son.
What news
Get
of
from
this?
one or the other, but not
They
both.
agreed to leave. Wonderful. Requesting your aid was indeed the proper course. Now, the land may be sold without delay. You have done me a great service this day. I pray that this is but the beginning of a long and prosperous partnership between you and I. Any rarities
Now,
to sell?
we're going to see
I'll pay
the
you
family's
handsomely.
reactions when they are evicted.
Make a curse that Fornival. Thinks his wealth lets him do whatever he pleases. A shame the dragon didn't start with him as a snack.
Here we find Sarah.
That home is built of our memories. To simply abandon it, all in the blink of an eye, it is a difficult thing.
These have been the hard days, but your kindness kept the worst at bay. Are the rich truly so vain that the plight of common folk means naught to them? No doubt you were filled with...
And here, in the Buff Eye Patch universe, we spare the family. We've spoken
Who
to
among
all
you-
three, but we have not gotten their
Yes,
consent.
how may I aid you, sir? Aye, we pay tariff on Fornival's land. Oh, wants us gone, does he? I wager it's not so simple a proposition as all that. I know Fornival's the law on his side, but I'm loath to simply up and go at his command. It's a hard decision, sir, and not one I'd make alone. I've a wife and son. They should get word of this afore all else. They're off about the town, though where I don't know. Perhaps you could find them and explain the matter? I would hear their thoughts ere I make any decision.
Yeah, by getting
No
that
doubt
from
you were
Jasper,
filled.
it opens it up so
How
we can get
goes
this.
your intervention? In truth, I'd hoped to have the matter settled by now. However, as I have your ear, perhaps you, Arisen, would purchase the land in question. Such a thing would allow your mediation to continue apace, yet free me from further obligation. What say you? I shall, of course, require your payment in full. Ah, Arisen, I knew you, of all people, would understand my plight. Now my obligations are fulfilled, and the tenants need not quit the land. I pray this is but the beginning of a long and prosperous partnership between you and I.
Any rarities to sell? I'll pay you handsomely. Right then.
Now we're gonna see what the family says when we spare them.
Who among you? Fornival was the very picture of a tyrant, but you, sir, you are a hero true. I've little to offer, but I beg you accept this in tribute to your greatness. No doubt you were filled with fear and awe, with trepidation.
Now, since we helped the family, let's learn our Korean word for the day. Gajohk. Family. Let's see what Pip has to say.
I hear you saved our home. I was wrong about you, Arisen. I have little to offer, but please, take this in thanks.
A pretty stone. Don't spend it on
May
one
God
place.
bless you, Arisen. You have saved our home. In truth, I thought such heroes existed only in cradle tales. I beg of you, take this. It is all I have to show my favor for your efforts.
And now we're turning in the
Salomed
tone.
was a scholar, the leader of a council of sorcerers. He was a genius, a luminary, until the day he went mad. He put the fruit of the council's research to the flame and disappeared. Aye, geniuses are so oft-touched with madness. But enough of him. I care only about the tome he kept with him in his research. I would make it mine, sir. Even if it means sifting through the mud to find it.
Now, I've got a forgery, but we're going to do that
Yes,
on
this
the
is
other
it.
file.
At long last, Salomed's grimoire is mine. It wears a
so
humble
excited.
look, but there's an aura of such power about it. 'Tis a wonder. My thanks, sir. Truly, I must do aught to repay this kindness. In the future, should we meet again.
Now, we'll see the reaction changes a little when we give him the forgery in the Buff Eye Patch universe. Here we give him the fake.
Yes, this is it! At long last, Salomed's grimoire is mine! Though, 'tis strange. It bears the look of Salomed's tome, but aught feels different. My imagining, no doubt.
No doubt.
My thanks, sir. Truly, I must do aught to repay this kindness. In the future, should we meet again. In the future,
I
should we meet
agree.
again.
repeats himself there a bit.
'Twas a tome of considerable power. He must be well satisfied to have it.
Yes, yes. Now we're going to move on to a quest that is many people's bane.
Arisen, sir, I am in dire straits. It is a matter concerning my daughter. I thank you, sir. I'd not know what to do without your help. I leave shortly for a meeting of merchants, fit to take a full day. I cannot but attend. Of all the luck, it falls upon the day I promised my Simone I'd take her through the city. I would ask that you escort her in my stead, sir. You can see her there. I'll not lie to you. She is a spitfire, like to rival the worm. But I will reward you handsomely. You will do it, won't you? I fear I must leave presently. Pray, ask her directly if you have any further questions. My thanks, sir.
Yes, we must escort shitting girl.
Simone. 'Tis my name, Simone.
Shitmone.
I've never seen an Arisen before. You've a plainer look than I'd expected.
And you have a bowl
I will
cut.
admit, it does not sadden me to know I'll not be walking the city with my father. He is a fool, and terribly common. You, at least, are a rarer sort. Very well, I've decided it. You shall be my page for the day. You will do as you're bidden. Am I understood? A fine response. We'll get on well, you and I. We shall begin at the fountain square. Come.
Yep, what a fine crew to babysit your daughter. A large man with a
Come along.
hood named Berserker. Berserker. An old man wearing a salvation robe. And a large muscular wrestler with an afro. Now, this quest, you need a bottle of water before you start it. And this quest is the only way
bad.
to get the golden idol. Yeah, she chit-chats. The golden idol gives you a 30% discount from certain stores when you have it on your person. Or,
I do
if your
suppose
pawn
the
has
dragon
it.
attacks mankind? Are we a particular delicacy? And brave, what was it eating until now?
Little girls with bowl cuts. Now, this is the only way to get the golden idol, and it's used later in the game to be given to
The
either
Duke and his men
Caxton
are all doing their
or
best,
Madeline
I've no doubt.
to unlock their
But
full
oft a man's
inventories.
best is far from enough.
It carries over from new game to new game, so once you've given one to Caxton in one game, you can give it to Madeline in the next and have both of their inventories completely unlocked. But that means you have to do this quest twice. If you
The
forge
Arisen
it,
for a servant.
it
Yes,
won't
I think I
unlock
like
their
this.
inventories if you give it to them for
Tell
the
me,
quest.
Paige, do you find it diverting to travel about slaying monsters each day? I
but
should think anyone with dreams of felling the
the
dragon well
forgery
deluded indeed.
does
Tis mad, really, for a human to slay the worm.
give you the discount.
Still, Brand Soren will be safe enough, will it not? You'd hope so,
But
with
I-
all the guards about.
But I think it costs something like 110,000 to have it forged. Now you have to follow her at her pace all the way down. Then she will hide and seek. Wonderful. Let's go talk to the hobo. Isn't that fun?
Just walking about is dreadful dull, don't you think? Ah, you are a fair hand at hunting, are you not? Let's have a game of hide and seek. I shall be the one to hide, naturally. Come and find me, if you're able. I should think it a simple task for the Arisen. I suppose we'll know anon.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.
Good job, Mr. Sid. Now, there are two possible spots where she will hide. One is behind the fireplace in the inn. The other, it's said to be in Arsmith's alehouse, but she's always been in the inn for me, so you need to make it there fairly quickly.
Inconsiderate.
Time is
My,
of the
sir,
essence.
I am impressed. I had feared you would give it up for a child's game, but it seems you're not encumbered by pride.
Yes,
Enough.
and then she gets
I
bored.
tire of this place. Next are the markets. Come along.
Aye, the inn offers a clean bed, but it deals in vocations and
Hello.
skills besides.
And she has to wave to everybody she walks past. Berserker is such a wonderful babysitter.
We meet again, friend.
Hey, what's up, Mason? Yeah, he's just hanging out. He doesn't have anything in particular to say right now. He just talks about texts of the dragon. Doesn't really affect anything or have any bearing on any quest, really. Now you have to wait for her to check out every stall. And don't you dare talk to her, because that'll count against you. There are 3 levels of rewards. The highest one, if you do everything perfectly, is the golden idol. The next one under that is a golden egg, and the one below that is an empty flask. Yes, and
We
it
meet
is a
again, friend.
fairly long quest. That's why it's so tedious. You have to wait for her to do all this, go through all the steps. It's terrible. But once it's done and you get that idol, yeah, it's pretty nice. Oh, you, just when you thought it was ogre. I'm just gonna keep using that pun. Sorry. And you see
The life
Masons
of a
at work.
salesman surely has its own trials.
Yes, of course they would, Tiberius. Here is why you need the flask of water.
I can go no further. I am half dead of thirst. Pray, go and fetch me some water. In a proper flagon, naturally. Am I understood?
I've learned what to do in this quest.
You won't have it on you, so you can just hand it right
I can
over.
go no further. I am half dead. In a proper flagon,
Yes, yes.
Ah, thank you. 'Tis a shame to waste you as food for the dragon, sir. You make a fine page. I should think you fleet of foot to keep pace with the creatures you fight. What say you to a contest? I'll race you to... There, see that gate? And pray, run in earnest, sir. I will not be patronized.
I feel more familiar with this quest now.
Now, here's the final component. You have to race her to the north gate, but you cannot walk or stop. If you do that, she will notice. However, you don't have to keep pace with her, but she has to win, but not by too much.
The cornfield stands ahead.
And you always have to be running. Luckily, you have infinite stamina in town, so you can just run like crazy. And you can do something like this. I simply run and keep running in circles until she finally shows up and wins. Yeah, just wasting time. She takes quite some time. Let's just say finding some money. Good job. Yes. There she is. So we keep up with her, but you don't want to stop running. And
Seems
she
this way
won.
leads
There we
outside
go.
up.
I won! I bested the Arisen! It was simpler than I thought. For a hero, you're nearly as slow as father.
I'm gonna throw you into a pit.
I grow tired. I've had enough walking about for one day. Father should be coming home ere long. Let us return as well. You will escort me home, naturally.
Do you want to return home,
My
Berserker?
thanks, sir, and well done. I knew you were the one to ask. My daughter sang your praises. It seems the Arisen commands the hearts of more than just pawns. I shall come to you directly the next time I've a need.
I fear you made a friend of her.
And you need to speak to her immediately after you finish the quest to receive the
I
reward.
thank you for today. It was quite the diversion. Are you very close with my father? I should hope to see you again soon, sir.
I hope
I
not.
shall allow you to accompany me any time you wish. For now, take this. 'Tis a token of my esteem. Pleased?
Yes, there we go. The gold idol.
Some day we've had. Still, she seemed pleased, and I'm not sad to see a day without blood spilt.
Oh, how wrong you are, Tiberius. Moving on, we're going to turn in our worm hunt missions finally.
Not a text, you say?
This first one is the cipher.
Crafted to bring you to the Dragon Forged. I see. If this man speaks true, and is immortal, there's a fair chance he guided his grace as well. Be that the case, his words are well worth heeding, sir. Meet with him as time allows. With luck, he'll lead you to victory as well. Ah, good Arisen. Word of your victory over the Goblin Horde precedes you, sir. With the fort back in our hands, the south of Grancis is shielded once more. You've quelled yet another of His Grace's worries. May your success continue, sir. Then the gatherings of salvation did have sinister purpose. 'Tis a grave shame the Elysians slipped our snare. We shall redouble our vigilance here to keep the city safe. I fear you are as like a target as Grand Sorin, though. Pray, be wary, Arisen. For now, I leave you with my thanks. You have my thanks, sir. Terrible thing what happened to that monk. There was naught for it. The Faith, as all humankind, are victims in the madness wrought by the dragon's coming. That fear of the worm should drive a man to die in pursuit of old stones. I forget myself. At day's end, the Duke has gained more of the knowledge he so ardently seeks. 'Tis a victory. It will be my honor to show you the ready charges for the worm hunt. The choice is
our
yours.
last one.
This is a high honor, Arisen. See you do not take it lightly. Here are the details. Wondrous tidings, Arisen. The Duke is to grant you an audience. His Grace wishes to commend you for your valor and your service to the land. Know, however, that any errand you have taken on will be left to another to complete. You will also be asked to return your writ of permission to join the hunt. If you have aught left undone, pray tend to it afore you come to see the Duke, sir. I must be clear. Your audience with His Grace will put an end to any current tasks, and you will be asked to return your license to the worm hunt. Knowing that, are you prepared to see His Grace now? You are quite certain? No tasks left incomplete? No need for the license to the hunt? Understood. Then pray, enter the castle, sir. A guide awaits within to see you to His Grace.
That is a last double check to make sure. It will cancel any...
The castle awaits you, just through that portcullis, Master.
Yes, thank you, Tiberius. It will cancel any active worm hunt quests that you have left. You can see the Duke after only completing any 2 worm hunt quests. So many people have only completed 2 and that's it. Here we go, let's see what they have to say about Brother Jean.
Well, you performed admirably, sir. I am sure poor Brother Jean, returned to the Maker's side, thanks you as well. Still, the dragon remains ever a threat. 'Tis deeply vexing that even the faith cannot truly predict when it will next appear. Still, but 'tis...
Yes, yes.
I was deeply saddened to hear of Brother Jean's passing. I take solace at least that he died in the service of the Maker. 'Tis as he would have wanted. May the Maker's blessings be upon you as upon his grace, Duke Edmund. You travel the land as an arisen, do you not?
Yes, I do.
There are those who eye the Arisen with suspicion. Perhaps the fault lies in those pawns you ride about with.
I just don't want you bringing pawns to the
Scripture speaks
basketball
thus of the
games.
Arisen. Go in peace, blessed traveler. For you walk toward the light, even as you walk toward destruction. The Maker ever watches over you on your way.
Interesting. Well, we need to say goodbye to our two pawns. Berserker and Tiberius have served us well, but we'll not be needing them now. Farewell. Whew. As you can see, we're on the ramparts of the city. Very high up. And there's Berserker. Yeah. That's the point. Now, we make our way outside because I want to finish up the Strider vocation, so I want to get the last rank. So let's see what's going on. Let's clean up crime a
There's a
little
freight
bit outside
convoy
the
not
city.
far from here. Come, we'll join them.
Oh my. Yeah, alright. Let's help out this ox cart. Wow, that move was a helm splitter. Very cool. And did you guys see a shadow? Probably nothing. The beast? Yeah, we're killing him. Oh my god. And this is our introduction to the Griffin. Let's give him some arrows. And that did absolutely nothing. Oh my. He just carried off the soldier.
A representative of my kind looks after the rift entrance in Grand Soren.
Yes, that's very relevant, Mr. C. And off the Griffin goes. That poor soldier. Yikes. Now, here I'm showing off at nighttime. We actually run into members of Salvation near the city.
This seems to lead underground. A sorcerer master. Stay vigilant.
Yes. They are sorcerers. There are quite a few sorcerers. Now, this is dangerous simply because of the fact you can't interrupt all of them. There's 6 or 7 casters all at once, all casting at once. That can be a bad recipe. Luckily, they target Mr. Safe. Focus on healing each other too, so you can kind of distract them that way. If they didn't have heals, as you can see, I still get beat up by magic. If you're fighting mages that use heals, you can kind of trip up their AI to just constantly try and heal. But if they're a sorcerer, all offensive base, they'll just keep on casting nasty stuff. Hell yeah. Kick the shit out of those nerds.
What's that?
And yeah, so there's a group of Salvation members, and here is the second entrance to the catacombs. So I think that's where they all come in. And it's all right by the city. And even outside the city, everywhere out here at night, it's coated in zombies practically. Tons of goblins, tons of zombies. It's just a mess. You got cult members running around. Well, let's take care of them. They're just everywhere. Yes, and with that, we're ready to go see the Duke. We're going to do that next time. But first, I need a haircut. So, we'll take care of that, and I'll see you next time.